talking about that are really important are ceiling and threshold, moving target, and path of least resistance. But that's all we can cover right now. Don't forget, work on your essays. Those are due tomorrow, and hope they come out okay.
Oh, shoot. Is the lecture over already? Okay. Alright, what did I miss? I should probably call a friend to find out. Oh, hey guys. Did we have any homework for class?
Oh, hey, Christina.
You didn't know that we have an essay due this week? What up?
Shoot, I should get started on that. Hey, Siri. Alright, I need some help on a paper.
Yes. Is it on HCI?
Yeah.
I'll use a normalized voice so you can understand me.
Thresholds relate to the initial difficulty of use of an information system, and the ceiling refers to its full capabilities. The main goal is to have a system with low thresholds and high ceilings. This would mean the system is easy to learn and has a very high potential. The path of least resistance is the easiest way of doing a task, which also means it has a low threshold. But it isn't easy to obtain a system with a low threshold that has full capabilities because it's like a moving target, where we are trying to build tools that keep up with the rapidly moving interface technology. Usability testing is a way to evaluate products by testing them with real users and recording their responses. There are many ways to accomplish this. Hallway testing involves taking a few small groups of random people and testing the product with each group in stages. Remote usability testing is a method where the evaluators and users are working in a different place or time, and responses are recorded digitally. Expert review is pretty much what it sounds like. Testing is provided by subject or product experts, oftentimes from a company that specializes in usability testing. Here's a little bit from a professional in the field explaining how these things are practically tested. Hi, Gaina.
I'm sorry, how may I help you?
Could you tell me about usability?
So, usability used to be very narrowly defined at Microsoft. So there was the usability team, and we were responsible for testing, very much testing features of a product. That's what the development teams expected of us. But then we knew that we could actually offer a greater understanding of user experience and of what people need to do with technologies and how it fits into everything they do. So it was very important that we worked with the development teams on their understanding of usability. We built the relationships with the teams, built the trust, and then we were able to start to integrate other methods and other ways of understanding people and integrate it into the development cycle. So today, the people at Microsoft aren't called usability specialists, which is what they were called when I joined the company. They're now called user experience. So, but again, for usability testing, they have a lot of usability lab facilities, right, where they can put in products and test. So you'll decide either looking at a product that was just shipped, looking at a competitor product, or products that are in development. You will test, you will work with the teams to understand what it is that's going to be of biggest value to them. And sometimes that can be based on how many people they have in order that can actually make changes happen after you find the results, and what the time frame is. And then you'll design a usability study on tasks that you understand users want to do, and then you'll bring in potential users that meet a certain profile and run the study.
Usability testing has been crucial to testing out interactions between humans and technology. In the past 50 years, these interactions have changed dramatically. Before the 60s, the focus of computer development was on computations, not the presentation of the result. Directly interacting with an on-screen object through a pointer object was first attempted in 1963 by a PhD student at MIT. 2 years later, the first mouse was developed at the Stanford Research Laboratory in 1965. Two modes for users to interact with a computer are through graphical user interface and command line interface. The truth behind which is better lies somewhere in the middle. Command line interface and graphical user interface are essentially complementary modes of interacting with the computer. Command line interface is generally easier if you can remember the command lines and options, which is the case when you use them a lot. If you aren't as tech savvy, graphical user interface can help you. But when you have to repeat a command many times, you should automate the process by writing a script, but you could link that script to an icon in a graphical user interface. it doesn't always have to stay in the command line. So in the user-friendly versus control and options debate, both sides have positive points, but there is a third point, which is that graphical user interface and command line interface can be used together to achieve things one alone can't. Will the elimination of the mouse lead to the elimination of an external device completely? And are Google Glasses the next step? This subject is like the idea of virtual books replacing paper books. It is more cost efficient and eco-friendly to use virtual books, but the interaction between humans and paper are irreplaceable. Interactions like licking your finger and turning a page, or the way someone holds a book, can't be imitated with virtual books. Humans have become accustomed to interacting with external devices in ways that devices like Google Glasses cannot imitate, but the possibility of having no external device isn't completely out of the question. But the transition would most likely be very slow. Technology today affects how we undertake most of our activities, from buying food to paying bills. Having personal computers has created a whole new experience for society. PCs allow people to become part of large communities from all over the world. Photo sharing and broadcasting from computers make distant places accessible with a click or a tap. Mobile phones allow people throughout the world to communicate with one another, and devices like smartphones and tablets give us access to the internet wherever signal is available. With developments in usability, technology has been and will continue integrating into our lives as they become easier to use and provide a high return.
Okay, I think I've got enough to write this paper now. Thanks, Saturday. I'll talk to you later.